Chapter 20 Forgetful Dunn. All right, Klein bowed slightly, removed the low-top hat, and put it back on her head, thinking more about what the seal 008 looked like. A plain-looking quill? Don't need inktorite? So hat does it really do? So much so that it has to be kept secret and is considered very dangerous? It's not a death pen, is it? No, that would be outrageous. Ince, Zangwell doesn't have to run. Klein turns around and starts to leave when Dunn. Smith suddenly calls out to him. Wait a minute, I forgot something. What? Klein looked back, puzzled. Dunn put away his watch and smiled. Wait and remember to ask Mrs. Oriana, the accountant, for an advance of 4 weeks' wages, £12 in all, and half a week thereafter until it is repaid. That's too much. There's no need. We can have less, Klein said without realizing it. He did not object to the advance, as he did not even have the money for the return stagecoach, but he was somewhat afraid of taking a sum of £12 at once. No, it's necessary. Dunn shook his head and smiled. Do you want to stay in your apartment? Even the bathroom has to be shared with several households, and the lady has to be considered as well as himself. And, seeing Klein nod of approval, he paused, smiled, and looked at each other's clothing for a few eyes, meaning, and you'll need a walking stick, too, and a new suit. Klein stared for a second, and then realized that her face was burning because she was wearing a cheap suit. Normally, the top hat would be made of silk and cost 5 or 6 sous, the bow tie 3 sous, the silver studded cane 7 or 8 sous, the shirt 3 sous, the trousers, waistcoat, and dovetail suit would cost about £7, and the boots 9 or 10 sous would add up to more than 8 sous £7, and, of course, a decent gentleman would need a watch chain, a pocket watch, and a wallet. The original owner and his brother Benson had saved up a sum of money, went to the cloak and hat shop to ask, and left without even being afraid to pay the price, and made do with each of them in the cheap shops near Iron Cross to buy a set, which in all was less than £2. Because of this incident, the original owner was extremely impressed with the clothing price. Okay, said the boy. Klein replied with a slight stutter. He, like the original owner, is a man of honor. Dunn took out his pocket watch again, opened it, and glanced at it. Or do you go to Mrs. Oriana first? I don't know how long you'll be at Old Neil's. Just a little longer, and Mrs. Oriana will be coming home. All right, Klein, feeling destitute, made no objection. Dunn went back to the table and pulled one of the dangling ropes. I'll ask Roseanne to take you. Ropes running, gears turning. Blackbriar Security Company reception hall. Roseanne heard the bell hanging next to the ring, quickly stood up, carefully downstairs. It wasn't long before she appeared in front of Klein. Dunn, Smith said with a humorous laugh. Didn't disturb your rest? Well, take Moretti to Mrs. Oriana. Roseanne quietly pucks her mouth and pleasantly replies, Yes, Captain. That's it? At this point, Klein blurted out in surprise. To finance to advance salary. Do not need Captain you to approve a note. Write something? So, Dunn skeden dis bile. I mean, don't you have tasing for an adversum? Oriana, Klein say didn't espace beyond. No comma, R. OZANNE can prove it. Double quotes Dunn. Smith replied, pointing to the brunette girl. Captain, our financier management Harry Samasna Montan. Resisting the urge to tease, Klein turned and followed our OZANNE out of the room. Justin Herridan tunes. Wait a minute, there's an emerald thing. Can with isolations? With a smiley on her face, Kleiner knit backens, Udalm. Dunn presset the soons. When Yago Toolnies, Picupton Roundafin. Me, Witchot, Klein aska Dinserpiece. Don't you have Welch Trevolver? Udent of a Turton. Duncanson Withend. With a hunt bolt, you can protect your Rengels. Well, at least did of Iswagir. without it in Tintinals. Klein was worriedy aderitistia. Yes, I'll remember that. That will require fairdom. Wait a minute. Dunn Smith sat down, took High's darker dinners, and with as wapro note, signed it, and stamped it. Thank you, Captain. Klein took it cordially. Hesslo list to pet and tank. Wait a minute. Dunn shouted Dagan. Captain, you look like a Uriandi. High doi a vesifla funtu. Klein forced as Malairdsen. What else? I forgo just know. You haven't practiced ish, and it's now's holding hunt bullet. Soy you get in the thurfery, and when you goot, you practice in Thester, which is the underground shooting range at No.3 ZOT Land Street, which is most lipoterity, but the rice of Greners. Yes. You only dabital jalolum, or you one single quotes TG hit into the range. Double quotes Dunn patted his forehead, comma took the note from Klein's single quotes, shan comma rubbed it in comma, and added as tamp. Could shooter sars awfult, Youden looked down, Dunn handed him a codifing tefif in indind. He understand, Tarifi Doftinger, Klein Kelden way tot. Het took wistit, and sudden litter files, weighing hissebening, is that'll. Captain, no more. Dunn a dead for sir. Klein was or lavotef, on Lido Turner and Danding, is a tree ligan? Harris assisted him a lippin smoothly, left watchroom. Thick obtain a salides, often forgetting things. Rosina walked bind whiz, my grandmother hinteri, of course. He let forget stencil it. Well, the little things, Klein, I'll call you Klein, Mrs. Orina Wasanasares, easy Tajit along with, and her father Wasik, very good at this work. Listening to Thurberin, Klein stepped du pure toster. Orion Anthea with tariff torf tt. It was at Archarad laddie Nalindrum. She'll look at in her theories, will fashion a blaricry, elegant tangental, after Herringren Tentrantinenez, Oriane took out in Torrent Tenic. Use ignite, is 3 stamp, ifnit, pewta handprint. All right, Klein went through glist. Oriana to Kuthakoric, open at the safe in her, counted the golduns, and smiled. You single quotes Ray lucky to have enough cash today. And by the way, Klein, you ner invited Derifi? Yes, ma'am. You have a good instincts. Klein waskin or Osher. Oriane tukut 4 quandaltalis, relocket the east, and is headerned, shesmuld. Because he ain't the same, eh? Is it? Klein was sapper prides. You know that's a quick slulul, Oriana hanskly fundals. Remember, thebulity butchavalagly, soma taking theaters. When he was little, my mother's had tostomies. Klein thought foreman. He took the notes and found them to be to 5 notes and to 1 notes, comma, both gray, and black, comma, with intricate designs and special watermarks on the corners. Theffer Maris Slagly, and in Thessentrishry, Target 5 King of Fa Fentinton, Augustusi, with his witter, round face, narrow eyes, and unusual as Ionchis, Wassin Escarbabilis Lostias. It's a £5 note. That's nearly phone's salary. Athos and Trioff 1 notai score GE for former King William. During Theoridme Fiastus, the Mighyon with his bush of bare endies. Tinking to mo froon toffins. It's all good kings, Klein's mill at the Fentontin shh. Yes, if the night Wabwitstein Minentianin, I would have a beantix. There was still a hence mentor. Orion Osvos, Evan thought that a Denton Aaron. Sounds like Thesserol. No, Thebicher. Eyes an extraordinary? Klein careful I filed. Placid a tint the fifostic, and then touch it a fifera fefizin. Yes, Mrs. Orionana Dedovly. He skilled a low fopal. Heget copicographis? No wonder thine narentrif. I'm sorry, ma'am. Tori Minju something. Klein sasinously. Orionacha Cledens. I'm a tat for Danny Moore. I was studying accounting at business school, then comma, and after that comma here I am. Well, don't keep you. You'll have it a finnle. Goodbye, ma'am. Klein took off fish tinten. Reaching 4 high skills dentista 12-pound note was still a steer. Header nadath and terix. When a therite. And soon sa wahofo penai wronggate. Knock, knock, knock. At the knock on thirder. There was Sinal Doides. Come on. Klein pushed it fair Tontinton. On Theo Thursday Dora Fosham. And behint the tablet landed has red hair and dalaglikuk. He look at dupethedans. Eurekling morty. Little Rosanna Justeriame. Miss Rosany Soonsfuri. Good afternoon. Murnile. Klein tippet her hat. Sit down. Neil gesture at Valestern encrusted and Anthub. Would you like Kekiv ground coffee? Durinkle surplendies? And a stark reducelo? You didn't seem to that. Klein waskin lie affalettle. Ha! It's my a bit in a fartonk 3 p.m. Neil explained what whittleism. Why? Klein a sket kaswully. Neil's milladinicanis. I'm afraid he wouldn't sleep well and il hersimus pinspixel. Klein didn't nod wad was stoa. Mister. Neil. What do commissary schleslaish? Ash spoke. Held dooth note written by Dunn. Smith. History related. Complex. Piecemeal. To be honest, ev beintring tural. But canon ligrostimary. Theather seratudimals. Why people sty of fiffies. Popular books, epitaphs, etc. etc. Neil complained. For example, what I have there? Indeed more dettle of foresti. Why? Klein was salilafindens. Neil points to Tafa Fontar This is theory affeltistel. Tokipit script. Hurotai two sinkintistrines. Rossel Thegreet. Theelder Traveler. Klein Frozendentlis. Because Manipa Pelilai. But Beckamy Adendi. Tana Havel Wastus Tuandi. And we occasion of Frafson. Nile Suksha Tothis Day. Nosen Espina Ballisti. So the Kirchus Estula Stellid. Hoping for some zerp. At this point, Neil broke Hinoasm. In a Vetus Safara Derafiev. And look what Tifund. It is sexual iodary. Well, Iga Pedamic Mafostini. Especially if the Cern Torton. With Thintriish and Terry. Genius thinking, right? Feely old man with her grandly. Kleine Dedipravly, yes. Haha, you can also look at it. You have a Tostar Thortwe. Neil push it the look legit. Kleiner net them shirt. Took one look at them. And waster. All Thothis symbols are depicted jigligly and it is. They will never adirastir. Because if this will have Fost armies. Chinese. Damn it. It's simplified.